It's kind of upsetting that Charlotte can't be here today, but I kind of get it. She said something about wallowing in her apartment trying to find the meaning of life. Whatever that means.
You really are a bit of a sociopath. We're just gonna pretend like, you're not the reason for this. You're just gonna act like nothing happened. Why of all the people in the world did you have to go? What'd you do? Send a message to that fella or whatever it was that upset her so bad? Why him of
It
all
was
people?
a it was a séance, remember? Look, I didn't know the rules of dating a ghost. I thought we could just have a friendly chat, and now she's divorced. How was I supposed to know that was going to happen? I don't even know how regular divorce happens.
Well, have you even attempted to reach out to her to fix this whole thing? She hasn't been to work. I haven't seen her all week. She's really bothered by this.
Yeah, well, I did go by her apartment and I brought her ice cream and she took it from me and she said thanks and then she shut the door really quickly. So I think she was just really excited for the cookies and cream.
You should try apologizing. Maybe you should send her a card. I really I don't know what she's so upset for. That fella was strange. Did you hear his voice? It was duh. You put his brain in a goose and the goose will fly backwards. And you guys are just so caught up in this guy. What was that about?
Well, I think it was just fascinating because he was a ghost. I mean, I've personally never dated a ghost, but I mean, hey, if they're out there, I mean, there's more fish out in the sea. No one ever said they had to be alive.
Yeah, I guess that's so. She said she dated many ghosts in her day. Strange woman she is.
But we love her.
Speak for yourself.
I am.
You think we can split her pay?
I don't know. That's a good question. Can we split someone's pay? But wait, then wouldn't she not get paid? Or would she get paid and then we get paid what she gets paid? Did we just crack the financial code?
I hope so. I don't really care about her grieving. But we got to make sure that this thing stays together. I told you guys last week, I really need this job. I'm financially irresponsible. Without it, I'd be in shambles.
True. But you also need this job because this is the best job in the world, remember?
No, not at all. Coming here dealing with you. Hey, I
I
guess we'll greet the people here real quick. Hold on, I'm sorry. We got my blue pal is here today, and he looks jollier than ever in his profile picture today. Hello, blue fella. Chris, yeah, Charlotte's missing today. She won't be in. I don't think so anyway. We haven't seen her in several days.
Yeah, she's going through, if you didn't tune in last episode, a divorce. But we kind of all saw it coming because it was with a ghost. So, you know, things happen. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We are the Misguidance Counselors, aka high school guidance counselors, aka the best job in the world. And if you need some advice on anything, like getting a divorce from a ghost, shoot your questions.
Well, go ahead, down with Babylon. What's your question? What advice do you need?
Also, it's good to see you again, Blue Hedgehog, keeping up with the drama, especially from last week.
That blue fellow he was the one who stirred up a lot of this mess. I thought he was a pleasant guy. He's trying to make me lose my job.
Well, we also thought the ghost was a pleasant person, but then they bounced really quickly.
Man,
Like, really quickly, even for a ghost. And I feel like it's easy for a ghost.
well, I knew the ghost wasn't gonna be anybody nice. As soon as he got on talking, I said, "Oh my goodness, what's
See,
wrong with
but
this guy's voice?"
is that just because he's a ghost? Did we not trust them because they were a ghost? I feel like that's discriminatory against ghosts.
No, it had nothing to do with being a ghost. It had to do entirely to do with the fact he was slurring his words. I think he was a raging alcoholic. I'm not sure.
Can you can you be an alcoholic and be a ghost?
You,
Huh.
well, depends on what you did in your previous life. I'm sure it can
True.
continue in the afterlife.
Ooh,
Your mother
Babylon
will
gave
be
us a
one.
question. One can only hope. How can we get to know ourselves? That's a question from Babylon.
Well, Babylon, I guess that leads. I have to answer a question with a question. Why would you want to get to know yourself? I mean, and why wouldn't you already know yourself? You live with yourself every day. You know your bad habits and your poor habits. You know that you don't really go to the bathroom and clean up behind yourself afterwards, and that you don't shower regularly. You know these things.
Exactly. Maybe not the showering part, but if you know all of your faults, the only place to go is up. You honestly, from personal experience, I am my own best friend. I mean, besides Harry and Charlotte, of course.
Ugh.
But you have to get to know yourself, be friends with yourself, and then you go on a journey of self exploration, just like you would any other person. Isn't that right, Harry? Isn't like we explored our friendship and see, look at us now.
We're not friends. I tell you this every day. You come by my
See,
house on the weekends, and when it's not even work time, it just bugged me. Like we're supposed to
yeah,
be
because I
pals.
wanted to hang out.
Oh, of course not.
You don't want to hang out on the weekends?
No, I don't. I don't like you.
Charlotte wants to hang out on the weekends.
She doesn't like you either. Why do you think she
Yeah,
slammed the
I
door in your
know.
face so quickly?
Well, I think she was just excited about the ice cream. That's all. Cookies and cream is a really good ice cream flavor. I don't blame her.
Yeah, it is pretty good. So, long story short, down with Babylon, we think you should explore getting to know yourself. I'm looking at your profile pic here, and it looks like you spend a lot of time outside yelling at God. So, I'm pretty sure you're unhappy with life. So, you should probably just really, really take some time to understand yourself.
Hey, Lilith's Divinely. Ooh, and they also said they left all of their friends to find themselves. So they've already taken your advice, Harry. And they made themselves their own best friend. So they've already taken both of our advice. That's a gold star, if I've ever seen one.
Okay, yeah, you left all your friends. Well, I'm sure all your friends were already yourself, Lily, but fantastic job. And hello to Saint CJ.
You could always make new friends. It's never too late. I make new friends every day, especially with the students at the high school. You'd be surprised how bonded you can be between a student and a high school guidance counselor. There's a lot of friendship there.
Oh, really? You and
Yeah.
the kids at school are friends, huh? What?
Yeah, we're totally friends. We play practical jokes on each other.
Oh, yeah. Continue. Tell me more about your friendship with these children.
Well, for example, like if I'm in the hallway and I'm bringing my lunch in from my car, they playfully slap it out of my hands, but it's all in good fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Sound like
and then
friends.
if there's an open locker, they conveniently push me inside and shut it really, really hard. Um, but again, all a joke. Like my favorite one, the locker by my office. They push me in that one a lot, so I kept a pillow and a blanket in there. And honestly, I think they're just telling me it's nap time. That's how I take it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure all of that is all in good friendship. Yeah, when I was a young lad, that's what we did also. We stuffed kids in the locker that we were friendly with. Yeah, I guess you're on to something there, aren't you? That's what we do to our
See,
friends.
it's just practical jokes. And then like when they come into my office, sometimes I'll have M&Ms,
Yeah.
and then sometimes I'll have Reese's Pieces. I really get them with that.
I,
Get them real good.
Landon, you're quite oblivious to the fact that you just might be a dweeb, an adult dweeb on top of that. The children don't respect you. They're not your pal.
Well, we are pals. One of them definitely said that. They said that we were pals. And then he patted my back. And then everyone kicked me for the rest of the day. And I found a sign on my back, but I don't think the two events are related.
I wish I'd have saw you that day. Been dying to kick you. And you have M&Ms. You didn't share
Of
them.
course. I mean, I tell you to come by my office all the time. You just won't do it.
Well, I'll be. That doesn't
I
that won't
even
change anything. I still won't be back. But you should drop some M&Ms off at my door. Just knock, don't enter. Just leave them right there on the door. Step. Yeah.
what if I left like a trail of M&Ms from your office to mine, would you follow it?
No, what I look like a feeble-minded child? What do you? No, I'm not doing that. Leave the whole pack
I
unopened.
They are M&Ms, so they can be tempting. So if you did follow, let's say Hypothetically, someone who was maybe your friend and also a guidance counselor left a trail of M&Ms leading to their office, I won't say who, I wouldn't be surprised if you followed it. M&Ms are very enticing.
Are you making fun of me because I'm a little bit pudgy? This is some kind of
No,
weight joke you're making on me?
I'm just saying M&Ms are delicious. I would never make fun of you, Harry.
They are delicious. I give you that.
They are.
So Z, the dead boy. What is with all these ghosts that come into this counseling sessions that we do?
See, but that I think it's French.
Oh, Zedo dead boy. Error.
Yeah, it's Zedat de Bois.
Oh, aren't you fancy,
I think
Landon?
that's what it is. I did have to substitute a French class one day. I had no idea what was going on, but the kids seemed really invested.
There's a major rumor on you that you don't know how to read, and I'm torn on if I should believe it or not. So, with that being said, I'm gonna have to go with that. That young fella's name isn't French, but I don't know. Zed, if you're here, let us know. Anyway, yeah, I am into my meism. Meism, I like that term there, young man. That's pretty good. Focus on yourself and your blessings, and focus. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Uh, yeah, the blue fella has friends like my Amy Knuckles Tails. These sound like fictitious characters. Blue fella.
Is that their first and last name? Is your friend's name Amy Knuckles? That's kind of a cool name. That sounds like an MMA fighter. Welcome to the stage, Amy Knuckles.
That is pretty tough now that you put it that way. Amy
I'd be
Knuckles sound like
terrified.
she'd beat you up.
She probably would. She probably would. I think she'd beat us all up.
She might. I'm a little out of shape. Let's see. Ranboo would like to know how to make friends. Go ahead, Landon. Teach him how to make friends, since you got all the fantastic friends at the school.
All right. Well, thank you. I will absolutely take the spotlight here. My tip to making friends is to just be yourself. Honestly, that's the easiest way. And if people make fun of you, they just want to be you. That's all it is. And if you're really, really good friends, they might push you into a locker every now and then. That's a really good sign of friendship. Harry pushes me into a locker every now and then, and that's how I know we're friends, despite what he says every week.
Yeah, I usually put you in there out of annoyance when you're following me to the cafeteria during lunchtime.
Exactly. I annoy you, which means I probably need a midday nap, so you put me in the locker where I have a pillow and a blanket. You're looking out for me.
You definitely need a midday nap, and I put you in the locker that tends to not have a lock on it. It's the easiest one to slide you into, and you fit in there so easily. It's almost like you just hop in there real smoothly. I'm thankful for that.
Thank you. I have a lot of practice.
Yeah, you're pretty swift with it, must admit. Thank you, Beans. Hey, it's Beans.
Hey, Beans is back. Welcome back, Beans.
Hey, we appreciate you here, Beans. Blue fella, you want to know how to combat? What do you need to combat for? You look like a smiley, easygoing person outside of stirring up a lot of mess in our show. But other than that, yeah, why would you need to fight?
Yeah, when you say combat, do you mean like Mortal Kombat or like Call of Duty combat, like video game combat? Ooh, or are we going like real life, like paintball?
I'd imagine he meant hands and fists, possibly stomping people. You're
Well,
not the
you
one
can
for
stomp
combat.
people in video games.
Oh, he said he wants something else to say. But you gotta be quick on your feet, fella. That's what you gotta do. Sometimes it's not always easy to do. Hey, in reality, actually, Landon's pretty fast on his feet sometimes. I must give it to him.
I do have a lot of practice getting in and out of lockers quickly, and I think that's what's built up my stamina.
Well, I meant mentally. As simple as you may be, you always have a pretty quick response. Not always good, but a quick one.
I think that also has to do with the lockers. Sometimes they put a lock on the locker, and so I have to be able to find the combination really quickly because I get really claustrophobic.
Kind of Houdini like, I see.
A little bit.
Yeah,
I could do that at the school's talent show this semester. I should do a Houdini act.
yeah, disappear out my life. I would love that. And his name is Harry, just like the greatest man on earth. Harry. It's me. Stop looking confused.
Oh, I was thinking of, well, I did know who I was thinking of. I don't know why I didn't think of you first.
I don't either. You have no other fantastic figures in your life other than me. Look at Charlotte. Look at that has been. She's gone.
Ooh, is Charlotte's middle name could be Harry. Do we know?
Well, she. Have you ever seen her arms? I wouldn't be shocked if it is Harry, judging by those.
Don't let her hear that. She's already struggling enough with the ice cream.
And she's not struggling with it. I'm sure it's gone by now.
Well, yeah, that's why I bought it. Ooh, we got an emailed question.
Okay.
Oh, you might be an expert in this one, Harry. I've heard you go to the doctor.
No,
I can't stop farting, and it's becoming a problem. Thoughts? Well, I guess it. What would you define as a problem with farting?
yeah. I mean, if you have an issue with flatulence, I mean, you might want to, just make sure that you always manage to find a back door to sneak out of. Just ease a little bit out at a time and go on by your business. Not really the biggest deal. And if you're around a bunch of yahoos like I work with, just let it out in front of them. Keep them away.
See, my mom always taught me that when you fart, it's your stomach's way of saying I love you. And if it says I love you a lot, she would put me in a separate room away from her so that me and my stomach could just be together and she wouldn't interrupt.
Mm, your mama's advice sickens me. My mama always said whenever I go to I don't
Well,
know
my
about.
mom is usually right. She's a mom. Moms are always right.
Yeah, but I didn't have much of a relationship with my mother. Suppose she's gone by now.
Was your mom too right? I've heard that happen sometimes where moms are so right, they're just right about everything,
Yeah,
and then people can't stand it.
yeah, that's pretty much her. She had to be right about everything. Couldn't get anything right. She judged everything that I did. I would bring these streaks home in my underwear and for her to clean, and she just had the biggest issue with it. And I guess she bothered me so bad I eventually had to move out. I was 24 at the time. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, well, then I've got a little bit of time. See, I still live with my mom. It helps me save money, except she charges me rent, but it's not bad. Um, it's just a little expensive, but she's my mom, so I trust her, and she's right about everything, so I don't question it.
So how much does she charge you? She charges you the whole entire rent that she pays?
No. Well, now that you say that, I don't actually know how much our house is worth. She could be charging me the whole thing. And you know what? I think as her son, it's my repayment to her to pay the rent, right? Wouldn't you do that?
No, of course not. Especially if my mother
Well,
was
why not?
yours. Your mother's awful.
My mother's great, and I never know what your problem is with her. Are you intimidated because she's a good teacher?
No, she's a horrible teacher. She's a thief. That's what I don't like about her. She pickpockets me frequently.
Maybe you should have deeper pockets. Maybe she's just testing you so that your real stuff doesn't get stolen. What does she steal from you?
Money, money, daily. Which is why I treat you so poorly. I think that's why our relationship went wrong. Started with your mother. I never liked her from the start. Then she brought you on, and she was a klutz, and you were whatever's more than a klutz.
So, what you're telling me is if I repair you and my mother's relationship, you and I can finally be friends, admittedly. Like, you'll admit it that we're friends, because I know you're just hiding it.
We're not friends, but that would definitely
Yes.
be a start.
Okay. That's something I can work with.
All right, now I don't want
Oh,
to make
and the
ground with
blue
you.
the blue hedgehog says, his mom is a goose, Harry. It was actually my dad that was part goose.
Yeah.
My mom is a full person and she's a teacher at the school. And my dad is somewhere. He may have flown south for the winter. I'm not entirely sure.
Many, many winters ago and never returned. But yes, he did fly south.
Yes, Beans, Harry is spicy tonight. The studio doesn't smell that great, but his stomach is saying, I love you.
Yeah, I don't feel very good. You know, we traveled here on public transportation today because Charlotte is normally our ride, and riding on the bus is very, very, very uncomfortable, especially when
It's
your
also
feet swell like me.
it's also very bumpy. Like, I don't know if Charlotte just knows where all of the potholes are and misses them, but that bus hit every single one of them.
Yeah, my gout swole up so bad.
I got dizzy. You ever get dizzy on a bus? Are you supposed to get dizzy on a bus? Because I did.
No, but your brain is like smaller than normal, and it just shakes around like a maraca as the bus bounces. So I'm pretty sure that's why you feel dizzy. Your equilibrium's thrown off.
Mm,
If your brain just fit in there and like a normal brain fits into a skull, you wouldn't have those problems.
I wonder if it's my goose heritage. I wonder if that's what makes my brain misshapen. You know, I had to wear a helmet when I was little.
I can tell by the shape of your head.
Yeah, and it used to be more peanut shaped, and then they fixed that with a weird peanut shaped helmet. Did you
Well,
did you not have to wear a helmet as a kid? Was it just me?
no, it was definitely just you, which is probably why they call you nicknames like Duck Bill and McDonald's.
See, but McDonald's was for the hair. But I guess if you think the hair is the sign and then the helmet could be the roof. But see, I don't wear a helmet now. And yes, Beans, a helmet. It was a helmet.
You know what age did you give that helmet up? Maybe you gave it up
Um,
prematurely.
I had helmets all the way through like I think it was 15.
Oh, he was one of those
See,
fellas.
everybody just assumed I was an athlete because I always had a helmet on. And they really just thought I was like a hardcore football player. But no, I just had a weird shaped head.
What was the size of your school bus, if you don't mind me asking throughout the years? Was it shorter than normal?
Well, I think that depends on what a normal school bus is. What is the normal size of a school bus? Because mine had like,
Was it only
let
you
me
and a
think.
handful of kids on that bus by chance?
Well, I don't know if we can count it as that because I was the first one picked up. So I was alone on the bus a lot. It was a really big bus. So, yes, technically it was just me and a couple other kids, but it was also like 4 o'clock in the morning.
No, 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 that's not the case. Spooner Boy 69 said he saw you on his bus growing up in school. Y'all rode the same bus. His was a short bus.
You grew up in Miami, North Dakota? Welcome, friend.
King Demon. No, no, you can't come on our show. Demon?
You can in the last 10 minutes, so stick around and we'll take a live caller.
Yeah, yeah, you can come on the last 10 minutes. But you gotta watch that demon stuff though. We don't play around. We had a blue demon that came around here, and then he said he was a hedgehog.
We also had a ghost last week, and we did, like, I apparently was not supposed to do a seance and talk to him, and it caused issues with our other co host's relationship, and now she's going through a really rough time.
Yeah, he did that.
Oh, we have another email question, Harry.
Yeah, go ahead.
What should I have for dinner? I have tomatoes.
You had
Have you?
tomatoes for dinner?
Well, I feel like you can do a lot with tomatoes because you could just bite into it like a barbarian. You could slice it up. You could squish it. Ketchup is made from tomatoes. So I bet if you got really creative, you could make like a whole slew of dishes, all tomato based dishes.
Hold on, so
Have
they
you?
only have tomatoes to work with?
That's what the question says. What do I have for dinner? I have tomatoes.
Sounds self-explanatory. All you have is tomatoes. Just well, what you do? You take your tomatoes and you slice it up. You grab you some salt, and you put that salt up there. Now, old Harry can't have salt like that because his blood pressure levels are a little high most of the time. But throw some salt on that, and I don't know, maybe make a pizza or something. You're poor. You're a poor fella. I don't think you're gonna have dinner tonight.
Do you remember that movie with the rat who really liked to cook and he would pull the guy's hair?
No, is
He
it
was
the
like,
rat from the studio?
no, but he does like to mess around with the banana peels in the garbage. So he could be a secret chef. I don't know. But what I was saying is in that movie, I think it was like Ratatouille. That makes sense. They made this really nice dish at the end that I can't remember what it's called, but it was made with like tomatoes and other vegetables. And I bet you could just recreate that and just take out everything but the tomatoes.
Yeah, go for that.
Yeah, so the fancy dish from Ratatouille, but nothing but tomatoes.
Nothing.
That sounds simple enough.
Yeah, that's fair. Spooner boy asked me what segregation was like. It was a horrible time in Harry's life. Why would you bring that up? Mahari. Hello, Mahari. King Demon says I'm not a demon. Is this? That's just my you are. What in the
I think
heck is
that's
a
his
you are?
name. I think that's his name, the you are. Or he's saying that just my your. Maybe he's claiming to be you, Harry.
What is up with these kids nowadays in your slang? Just speak clear to me.
This
Eric
is true.
the Killer. Eric the Killer. My name is from my name. Yeah, whatever. Uh,
Oh,
thank you, Hayes.
King Demon says, "Are you talking about Ratatouille?" I'm almost certain it was called Ratatouille, but who knows? Maybe it was called other things in other languages. We did have somebody who we think was French here earlier, so maybe that's it. Hi Sam, welcome.
Welcome, Sam. Pleasant cactuses you have there in your picture. Everybody's name is so fancy. I
Have
appreciate
you
it.
ever
Just
been
simple
pricked?
Sam. What was that?
Have you ever been pricked by a cactus?
No, why would that happen to me? I know not to touch them.
Oh well, I mean, yeah, I know that. I know not to touch a cactus.
You bit it, didn't you?
I don't know if I want to talk about it.
They're actually
I found
delicious.
it was good after all of the needles came out. So yes, technically, I do know that you're not supposed to touch cactuses, um, but I learned how the kids these days say the hard way.
Yeah, you definitely did. You actually can just cook them if you buy them already prepared to eat. Next time, stop being so anxious.
Wait, but how do you cook them? Like, how, you can't touch them. How do you cook them?
I don't know. You just let somebody else to know what they're doing handle it. I wouldn't touch it.
Do you think my mom knows how to touch a cactus?
please tell her to try. I would love to see
Okay.
it and film it.
Okay, I will. You know what? I'll ask her to do a cactus cooking tutorial and then I'll send it to you.
Yeah, that's what I want to see. And speaking of, am I still TikTok famous?
Probably. They do still videotape you in the halls. Thank you for the spoons, everybody.
Yeah, thank you for the spoons. And thank you, Beans and Eric the Killer. I'm sorry for taunting you earlier since you gave me spoons. Appreciate it. Uh,
When people have emojis in their name, is it appropriate to just say the name or do we need to pronounce the emojis too?
yeah, cause this Eric the Killer fella, he has the cross skulls and stuff. That usually means dead.
Yeah, so would his name be Cross Skull Sack of Money, Eric the Killer Sack of Money Cross Skull?
I think he would be that. You know,
Would
I
that
get
be his
cross
full
skull when
legal
I
name?
drink. Yeah, I don't stop until I get cross skull. It's my hangovers last forever. Thank you, Team Harry. I appreciate that, Chris.
Oh, what is this like what that weird vampire book? What was it? Team Elvis and Team Jason. Was that it?
No, somebody
I feel
supporting me, I suppose. I don't know what that pound sign in the front means, but I appreciate it.
Well, there's two possibilities. That's either a hashtag or it's pound, like when you press on the phone and they're maybe trying to call you.
That's what I thought it was, but yeah, I've heard people say hashtag. Maybe that's what they meant. I'm a hashtag
Maybe.
now. I like that. Yeah, hashtag Team Harry.
Come on, you're a hashtag and you're TikTok famous. You're really killing it, Harry.
Speaking of TikTok, the kids they really embarrassed me recently. They got me together and they told me to go outside and climb up the side of these boxes, these milk crates. And they had me doing it last week, only to find out that was canceled. Now I wasn't even supposed to be doing it. I was so sore.
But did you make it?
No, I got to the second step and I fell flat on my fat behind.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, at least you get the good TikTok challenges. I don't know where mine came from. Like, see, they took you out and they did the milk crate one, and I've seen that before. Mine, I've never seen before. They took me to the stairwell and then they pushed me. And
Well,
I also landed on my butt just many, many steps later.
I wish
Do
I
you
would have
think
saw
that
it.
was a
Can
challenge?
you possibly send me that video to my phone? I would love to laugh at it. Yes. Somebody said hashtag Team Landon. People are, well, there. I guess you got some support, Landon. Hello, crazy person. Beans would like to know what our favorite drink is. Well, I only like brown. Anything brown and strong and straight. So if you give me some good old, some Jack Daniels, oh, Harry's happy. But usually I can't afford Jack Daniels. I get the bottom shelf version or whatever is equivalent to that.
See, I tend to drink just a lot of water. Um, I drink sodas every now and then, but I wasn't allowed to drink them when I was growing up because my mom said, and I quote, I would get too hyper and terrorize the town, whatever that means. So
Yeah.
I just drink a lot of water, coffee, and tea. So if I was picking between the three of those, I'd have to say my favorite drink is is probably water.
Well, I think they really were caring about alcohol. Do you drink
Water? We
alcohol?
were just talking about it.
Alcohol.
Occasionally.
Really?
Yeah.
Well.
Sometimes I will partake in the liqueur
I would have never
as
guessed.
as the kids these days call it.
Hannah says coffee is brown, straight and hard. Not the way I drink my coffee. Mine is black, straight and hard. My every time I say that, my grandson says pause. I don't know why, but I guess I should say that also, but I don't know what that means. Um Marco O. That milk crate challenge was so dumb. It was dumb, and they convinced me to do it purposely knowing that it had already been ended and you couldn't do it anymore. I don't know what that's about, making me to do that.
I'd rather I'd rather do the milk crates. That seems fun. That's like fake steps. I got real steps.
Really?
Did they just push me down the stairs? Was that it?
Sounds like that was about it.
They told me it was a challenge.
Oh, I told you they hate your guts. What do you think? I'm playing with you?
No. You would only push your friends down the
Of
stairs.
course not.
Duh.
I wouldn't. Not at all. With a little bit of bourbon, yeah, I put some bourbon in it. Put some bourbon in it. I put some whiskey. I put some, like I said, anything brown. I might even, hey, I step out there. I throw some some cognac in it. And I throw some. Yes, Chris, I like Henny cognac. Yeah, I like that also. Yeah, I put some Patron in it. I put anything in it.
Oh, we also missed a question from Chris. She wants to know what your TikTok name is, Harry. Are you on TikTok, Harry, or do you just let them record you?
No, I'm not personally on it. I think some child is just filming me all the time. But I'm not on it. They don't even show me the videos. I think they're making a lot of money off of me. That's why I
I
was
think they
interested
are
in that milk
too.
crate challenge. I thought I was going to get paid off this one, but they were being kind of hateful to old Harry.
You're a whole hashtag on TikTok. I really think the students are making money off of you, which really goes to show our finance department teaching entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's why I'm here.
So props to the school.
Not props to the school. They should be taking better care of us. I shouldn't be doing this. Matter of fact, I shouldn't have to work for Spoon. The fact that I'm working for Spoon Radio has to do with the fact they don't pay us enough at that darn high school.
Yeah, but don't you want to do this? Like, this is kind of a passion project that you get paid for.
No, I'm not passionate about doing this.
You don't want to help the next generation? That's kind of our duty as high school guidance counselors.
With these little rascals on Spoon? No.
Yeah. You don't remember the guidance counselor oath?
I don't think I took it. I think that was just a joke we made on you. It's not a real
No,
thing.
no, I even have the plaque up in my office.
Yeah, we just printed that off of Google. It was Charlotte's idea.
Wait, so you got it from Google?
Yeah.
So it's from the internet, so it has to be real. Stop playing with me, Harry. I know you know the oath.
Okay.
It's real.
Sure. Hayes Wolf, I found you. You didn't think Harry knew how to navigate on this platform. I found you, Hayes Wolf. You better. And he's gone. I ran him off. Darn it.
Oh, so you're scaring them, Harry. Maybe you're too intense.
I probably am. He said,
Somebody did say so blunt, I love it. And you are known for being blunt, Harry.
yeah, I'm great. Do you love my bluntness, Mahari, Mahari, star, sun, moon, whatever? These names.
Ooh, we got an email that's not a question, but
Uh-oh.
I'm willing to answer it.
Go for it.
It just says, I can't stop eating eggs! Exclamation point.
That's a lot of gas. You're going to be gassy eating all those eggs. I suggest you stop.
Can't you get salmonella from that?
I guess if you just crack the egg and drank a bunch of them, kind of like that fella Rocky did in the movie.
Right. Wait, are we talking about cooked eggs? I just pictured them throwing eggs into their mouth and chomping. Is that not what we're talking? Are we not on the same page?
That's how I eat them. Savage.
Yeah. So I guess it is kind of weird if you're just chomping raw eggs. Kind of like an animal.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just gross.
Really?
We're eating raw eggs?
Am I really
Absolutely.
being judged by you, Landon?
Well, I'm not saying that you're gross for doing it. I'm just saying that the idea of eating raw eggs is perhaps gross.
It could be a little gross. It feels weird going down. Get used to it.
When you go to like a breakfast place and they ask you how you want your eggs, do you just ask for the egg?
Yeah. They just bring it out in the shell.
Huh. I should try that.
You'll believe
Maybe
anything,
if I
won't
eat.
you?
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna knock it till I try it, and maybe if I eat raw eggs, I'll be more like you, Harry.
No, you won't. Look how gorgeous I am in my profile picture. Look how ridiculous your smile looks.
Exactly. And maybe the key difference is eating raw eggs. That has to be it. There's literally no other explanation.
Well, go for it. Harry is cool.
Right?
Hashtag Harry is cool. I know what a hashtag is now, and Harry's a hashtag. I have officially made
Harry
it.
is a hashtag. But see, Harry is cool, but you're usually pretty like warm.
Stop touching me. Yes, 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 I'm warm. I have blood flowing through my body.
I'm just trying to make sure you're not sick. That's all. Excuse me for being a good friend.
Stop calling me a friend. Do we have any more emails? Matter of fact, anybody, one of you people in the chat, do y'all have any questions or anything? You know, one of the kids at school today came up to me, and oh, Harry loves a good conspiracy, but I was prone to
Mhm.
not believe this one. But I think she convinced me. She told me that we live in a dome. Now, I didn't know what that meant at first, but then she said, think about it. We're really in a dome because the sunlight is here on Earth, yet space is dark. And I said, wow, she blew my mind. I said, maybe we are in a dome.
That's so true. I never thought about that. And also, if the world is really just a ball in space, why doesn't everything just fall off?
Hmm. Landon, you keep talking like that, and I'll release you from this headlock I have you in. That is great. That makes sense.
This headlock just means that we're friends.
Okay. I'll let you go not because we're friends. I'll let you go because I'm getting tired.
See, that was a really good friendship headlock. You're getting really, really good at those.
Whatever. I don't know gravity. I'm a dinosaur and I know this. Well, I'll be. He is a dinosaur.
Oh wow. So last week we had a ghost and this week we have a dinosaur? Maybe it's a good thing Charlotte isn't here. She would have scooped them up.
Yeah, she'd have married that dinosaur. Hey, dinosaur
Ye-
guy, you'd be married right now if our other co-host was around. An albino V-word.
An albino
Don't try.
velociraptor.
Well, you
Are
might
you
have got
just
it.
trying to say you're Caucasian?
It sounds like.
It's okay. You don't have to be ashamed. I am also of Caucasus descent, in case you didn't see from my profile picture. Oh, Harry left. Does this mean I'm the sole host now? This is so much pressure. Oh, but I'm so excited. Oh, shoot me all of your questions. I can't wait. Oh, oh, thank you, Sir Mike Hawk the Brave. What are your opinions on colonial era America? Well, that's a good question. I'm not that great in history, but if I know what you're talking about with colonial, I think you mean like Colonel. And so I'm going to assume you're talking about Colonel Sanders. And honestly, I really, really like the chicken. I can't really hate on it that much. And I guess it is American. So, yeah, there you go. I colonial chicken in America. I think I'm down for it. Oh, Harry's in the bathroom. And by bathroom, I mean the trash can that the rat guards because he refuses to go into the stall. You're back from the bathroom, Harry. Oh, I was so worried.
Why
Oh,
would
that was so much
work?
pressure.
Just let me.
Well, you refuse to use the actual bathroom. You use the trash can that the rat protects. And so I never know when the rat is going to snap. I don't know what his mental state is.
Yeah, but you just stare at me the whole time I'm in over there. You know what I'm doing. Stop looking at
I
me.
just I just wanted to make sure you're safe. You know, like when dogs go to the bathroom, they look at you for protection. I was just waiting for you to look at me.
No, I don't want to look you in the eyes while I'm trying to take a leak.
Suit yourself.
It's not
See,
protect.
Bean says that I'm protecting you, Harry. You never know when that rat is going to strike, and you have to have somebody at your back because that rat is mean.
No, well, that rat. We thought he was the Chihuahua for weeks. When is Spoon
We
going to
really did.
get right out of this studio they keep bringing us to every week?
I think they bring us here for the rat. I think the rat just needs company. Is the rat the owner of Spoon? Does the rat pay us?
Maybe
Are we
so.
just filming this in the rat's home?
I don't know.
If that's the case, we can't judge the rat. This is his home.
You
He
know,
can do whatever.
the young lady that lets us in every week too. She always she acts like she doesn't see him there. I think she's setting
Oh,
us
the
up.
the white dinosaur says that there's a rat and he's hungry and he'll eat it. But see, now that we think that the rat owns the studio, I don't think we should let you eat him. I mean, I would like to still get paid, and I'm sure Harry would too.
Of course. Yeah, Zachary Dinosaur. We can't let you eat the rat. Even though he's a dirty rodent. we got a soft spot for him. Chris wants
We
to
do.
know, do we watch Netflix? What the hell is a Netflix?
You don't know what Netflix is?
No.
You do, Harry, what do you when you go home and watch TV or movies or documentaries, what do you watch it on?
PBS.
Oh, well, I have really good news. There's this thing called Netflix, and it's like Google, um, but for movies.
Really? Is it free?
Yeah. Uh, no. So I guess it's not like Google. It's like Google, but um with money.
Money, Google. I don't like the sound of
Money
money,
Google.
Google.
See, but you have to pay them money. They don't pay you money.
And you already have one?
Well, I use my mom's.
Well, let me use hers.
Okay, I'll figure out what the password is and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, let's do that. I want to be
Okay.
on Money, Google. This Netflix thing. What do you think of the use of grape shot cannon ammunition? Well, look at this fella in his picture. Aren't you fancy? Look at you.
Yeah. He asked me a question about Colonel Chicken in America earlier.
Strange looking fella. Looks like a pirate. I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Sir Mike.
Maybe he is a pirate.
Could be. You got
Hmm. Can we
a albino dinosaur in here. I don't see why we couldn't have a pirate.
And that's true. And we did have a ghost last week.
Yeah,
And we normally have a blue hedgehog. So I guess really anything is possible.
yeah. I prefer Captain Morgan over you, Sir Mike. Just know we outside tornado. Yeah, you can call in about another 2 or 3 minutes. Last 10 minutes of this, we do it. Are there any stupid people around? Yeah, eat Landon. Harry, you can't be that old school. Let's get caught up on Squid Games. You know, somebody came in here talking about Squid Games not long ago, and
We
yeah,
did.
we decided we don't like those calamari trying to enjoy themselves. So no, that's not our thing.
See, we talked about it a couple weeks ago, and I remember you and Charlotte were really against it. But depending on what kind of games the squids are playing, I think it'd be really interesting, especially if it was like Fish Olympics.
Fish Olympics.
Yeah, you don't want to watch Fish Olympics?
No, I don't want to be bothered with fish trying to play games, enjoy themselves. They're a meal.
Oh, let's vote. If you want Squid Game champ, I think it's me, Harry, or the dinosaur.
Squid Game champ.
I think I think I know who would win that. I'm not saying that I'm good at sports, but I can swim really well, and due to the helmet that I wore until I was 15, everyone thought I was good at sports. So I think I have a good chance.
I'll kick a raptor's behind. You better vote for Harry. I'm voting for me.
Can dinosaurs swim?
Of
If
course
we're
not.
playing games with squids, we have to be able to swim, right?
I don't know. Sir Mike Hawk says, I'm back. There weren't any other good streams. What kind of backhanded compliment is that?
I guess a backhanded compliment is still a compliment, right?
I don't take no backhanded compliments. He lucky I don't backhand him. And Harry's backhand is vicious from his days of pimping. Did I win?
It's not over yet, Harry.
Oh, see, Beans wants to see me do it.
Well, I mean, who
What?
wouldn't?
I
We
tied with you.
tied.
You don't think I can handle this chump? No offense,
Does
Landon.
that mean does that mean it's us versus the squids?
I think so.
See, you keep saying we're not friends, but then the universe sends you signs like this.
Not friends.
We're not friends, but we would win the squid games together against the squids.
Yeah.
I think the universe is trying to tell you something.
I don't like the universe.
Well, you can't always ignore it, and that's okay. Yes, unfortunately, you did lose Dinosaur, but that's okay. You can join our team next time. And the next time, or I guess we technically never played. So I guess when we do play against the Squids, you can join us and then we can all win together.
Yeah.
Ooh, Rambo wants to know, do we know anything about cryptocurrency? I know it's a type of money. Is that like Bitcoin? My mom invests in a lot of stuff like that. I think that's why she charges me rent. She invests in stuff like that, but I'm not really sure. She doesn't want to tell me what she uses her money on.
That's not what that is. That's when that's that group that doesn't get along with the Bloods. The fellas that dress in red. That's what cryptocurrency is. Help, I jumped off a golf cart and broke my LCD screen. What do I do? What? Yucky, what did you have a LCD screen in your golf cart for?
Or did they have it on them? Why did you jump from the golf cart? I guess it is kind of fun sounding.
Maybe somebody pushed Yucky like they push you.
Where? When they push me in the locker or down the stairs?
Either or.
That's two very different pushes. One is a soft push into a small space, and the other one is more of a launch.
Let's go with the launch. Yucky, did you get launched off of the golf cart?
Did you launch yourself from the golf cart? It's okay if you did.
Is there footage of you getting launched from a golf cart? And if so, please feel free to link us to that. I would love to watch that also.
Are you okay? And is the golf cart okay?
Preferably, is the golf cart okay? Ah, Yucky got launched. Yeah, that's good.
Ooh, that's a good question. Did they try to jump from golf cart to golf cart? I feel like you would have to be launched to go from golf cart to golf cart. That makes sense.
Oh, by the way, you guys can call in now for the last 10 minutes of the show, which may be the last 8 minutes of the show. I don't know. I don't keep track of this thing.
Well, that's okay. 8 minutes, 10 minutes, they still get to call in if they want to.
Rambo says cryptocurrency is a form of online payment. You sure
It's
they're
our
not the
dinosaur
ones who
friend.
fight with those guys with the
Hello.
red and blue flags? Oh, Jesus, there's a
Cool.
dinosaur in the chat.
See, the team is all together to play against Squids.
Oh, well, I lost to Homo sapiens. Damn it.
Was that Zachary?
You can call me
Yeah,
that.
it's our dinosaur.
Or Z if you wish.
Huh? Zachary, speak up.
I'm simply stating the fact that you may call me Z if you wish.
Okay.
Our dinosaur friend with the nickname Z?
Z.
That is so cool.
Believe it or not, I was the alpha of my pack up until the meteorite crashed.
But you're here now.
Oh yeah, I was screwed over by human beings who brought me out of the iceberg I hid in.
I want to hide in an iceberg.
No, you don't. It is an eternity entrapped with your thoughts. Shut up. I'm trying to be honest with him.
See, but I'm my own best friend, so I feel like an eternity trapped with my thoughts is kind of a good time.
You're something the humans say optimistic.
You should.
Thank you.
Z, you're gonna get a headache if you keep talking to this guy, but I'm gonna let you keep going. See what you get yourself into. Go for it.
I'm heavily pessimistic.
See, that's what everybody says about Harry, too.
I like Harry.
Thank you, Z.
But then again,
So-
I am a 1,000-year-old dinosaur woken from ice because humans couldn't keep their hands off of an iceberg.
That's true. Icebergs do look really nice. I do have a question, though.
Yes?
Can dinosaurs swim? Like, if we're gonna play a game against squids, we have to be able to swim, right?
Well, that depends. Raptor dinosaurs like me were able to dive to hunt our prey, which may have consisted of squid. But something like a T-Rex would float.
So what I'm hearing is we have a really good chance against the squids.
Pretty much. I used to hunt them back in my day, taught my pack how to do it too.
My goodness.
So we're gonna play Squid Games and we're gonna win, right?
I may eat them before we get the chance to play the games, but other than
Z,
that,
your head doesn't hurt yet, Z? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Captain Morgan's cousins here. Hello, Michael.
Are we able to use the rat against the squids?
He said arg. I knew you were
That's
pirate.
a good question. You mean the rat that probably owns the studio?
No, the pea rat.
what? Human makes sense. But then again, you're American, so I wouldn't expect that.
Well, we don't know if he's American or not, to
I'm
be honest.
colonial.
I can tell from the smell.
He said he could tell. You do stink.
That's a million. Okay.
Not in a bad way that you
No.
stink, that you're not entertaining, but you smell bad.
Dude, human, back in my day, if you couldn't smell something, you died.
Do I smell like gunpowder?
You
Is
smell
that what Americans smell like? Do we all just smell like gunpowder?
No.
No, some of you smell like the toilet.
Yeah, you smell like sweat and disappointment. Get off me.
Me?
Doesn't everyone?
I smell like desperation and lentils.
See, that's what my mom says I smell.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Wear your deodorant.
Can you get gunpowder scented deodorant? I feel like that's a very American thing.
What about gasoline scented candles?
I would probably
Ooh.
this last time that happened. I was thrown out of.
Come on, it would smell good.
Mike, do you have wooden teeth by chance?
Made of whalebone.
No.
What about Lyme's disease? Do you have Lyme's disease?
What's a limeys?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that like a cat?
Never mind.
Harry, I don't think that's what it's called. I think what he's asking is, do you have lima bean disease?
I like to eat them.
Is that a symptom?
Oh. I never knew.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, so don't take my word for it, but I don't know. I mean, I would go get checked out. Eating lima beans could be a symptom of lima bean disease.
I can feel the beans in my stomach.
I don't know if you were here earlier, but if you do get gassy, just remember that is just your stomach saying, I love you.
I have two questions, mainly for Harry. So Harry, what's your favorite film?
Favorite film? I don't know. Wizard of Oz.
Same for you, Landon.
Ooh, my favorite movie. I'm not copying Harry. I like The Wizard of Oz too.
Interesting choice.
You sound like that ghost dog from last week.
There was a ghost in here?
There was a ghost in here last week. It caused a messy stir and a divorce. It was a lot.
Oh, that sounds very traumatic.
Yeah, all you
Did
children
you say you
sound
had
the
a
same.
Harry, you say everyone sounds the same.
No, they all sound the same. That's why they all sound like that.
I mean,
That's
you're
fair.
not wrong, I guess.
No offense,
Yeah,
Rambo. It's just your voice.
It's fine. It's fine.
That's
Fine.
solid. I can't argue with that.
Fine.
We love you though. Where'd he go?
I think it may be time to wrap up.
Oh, okay. Beans, thank you as always. Well, guys, we appreciate you. Maybe we can get we'll convince Charlotte to come back next week. You know, Landon, you stink as always. But anyway, we appreciate everybody that showed up today. We thank you for all the spoons and the likes that you gave us. Any closing words, Landon?
No, other than if you had any questions, come see us next week. We hope to see some of you guys again, and come hang out with us.
Goodbye.
Bye.